Welcome to the second live stream in this brand new series where we're going to be building the medieval town square. I had to think what the set was called then. I keep wanting to call it the village. This is I'm just going to sort that camera out actually. Sort both cameras out. This is obviously a brand new set for 2023 and it's absolutely awesome, I must say, from what I can see so far. Obviously this is a split from the usual castle theme where you normally just have the knights and the queen or the king or whatever. This is the townsfolk, and this set has only really been done sort of once, maybe twice before, and it was obviously a very sought after set at the time. And I've been looking forward to this set because I want to use it in animations in the future. But right now we're building it completely in stop motion, which means it's going to go a bit slow, to be honest. It will take a little while to do, and you'll see me putting every single brick down. So if you want to chat or if you have any questions along the way, just shout because I can see it all, and I'll try and talk through a bit of what I'm doing at times. And at times I'll probably just go quiet and really focus in on build. So if you want my attention, just shout. I'm just gonna squeeze in a live chat somewhere so I can see it. There we go, that works. It is, I did mention this last time, it is a bit of a new studio here, so we're gonna, I'm getting a bit used to it basically. I just need to check every light's on, check my camera, check the focus. Right, so this is bag number 2, and we have an additional base plate of this one here. So, just gonna put these other spares away. There's quite a lot of those. What's this? A 8x16, I think. So this is going to be nice and big. Right, let's get going. A bit of a noisy bit. Now, if you were watching a few minutes in the preview, that is what we did last time. That was sort of the carpenter's tools, and I believe, oh, missed a bit, the carpenter herself. So I'm just going to move this so you can see what parts we've got. Lots of greys and arches, some keys and a door today. And then plain brown shield. So maybe she's making some wooden shield, seeing it's a wood shield there. Assumedly ready for the shield painter that we're going to see later in the set. And then another set of small blue parts and a few window pieces. Oh, bow and arrow as well, so she is obviously making lots and lots of stuff in here. Right, let's see, we've got a few of you watching already, so welcome if you've never watched us before. Whoops, make sure that's nice. Right, if there is any problems with the sound or anything, just let me know. Can't always tell when I'm doing this. Right, checking all my camera, and just check the focus. So I'm going to build about there, roughly. I'm just going to see what size I think. So I think you can see the instructions currently. Oh no, you can't. I'll switch it to instruction view because it's probably a bit more useful right now than what my camera's showing. I think this just uses 2 bits, yeah. To width. That's better, you can see it. Bag 2. Okay, so we're going to start off with the grey, and then so I'm just planning on what I'm doing right now, how I'm going to build it all. And I'm going to build it sort of the same angle, I think, that we can see on here, to be honest, because there's not that much interesting stuff at the front until the end, and we'll do a little spin and we'll add those last few bits at the end. So we're going to need a piece of blue tack in the middle and then 2 pieces on the edge of the grey block. The grey blocks are grey. Yes, so let's do that. So it's going to come here. I'm just going to check the focus. Oh, why have you gone upside down? That makes literally no sense. Why are you upside down? There we go. Really good focus. Okay, and then, so if that grey is about there, oh, we're just getting on the lift. Might have to adjust the camera slightly. I'm just going to lift the camera up slightly because I want to maybe capture. There we go. Bit of a better angle than what I had last time, so I'm going to put that there. Just going to move the camera back ever so slightly as well, so it's all coming nicely and sharp. I'm just going to check that focus. There we go. Now we're ready to build. Interesting. It looks so different when you look on the camera to when you look in real life. Right, that's out of the way. Some 3 bits of blue tack for this today. So what I'm going to do is put a piece right in the centre. Should be there. And I'm going to put a couple pieces just on the edges, and these are just going to hold it all down. But I'm going to slide it in first. To there. To there. Yeah. Yes, slide it into there. Right. Let's go. Oh god, where is my keyboard connected to? It's always scary because I was worried I'm going to cancel out the... Okay, so... I don't think you can actually see it because I've got the wrong view up right now. Where's my mouse? There we go. So you can just see in a moment, I'm just moving this to within the 2/3 line. We're just going to slowly push it down. So I've just got it exactly sort of where I want it for the shot. And that's just slid in. And you know what, I'm going to disobey the instructions ever so slightly. Yeah. So what I'm actually going to do is have this green piece flying from the side now. So obviously in the instructions you build up the door first. The reason I don't want to follow them is because I want sort of the bases to be in place and not to be causing me trouble later on. Right, there we go. Got a bit of flex on my part on here today. Oops. Oh well. And we're just going to pop a bit of white tack underneath that. Not as much, but just enough to hold it down and keep it sort of stable. So I'm just going to do half of that. Leave that right there. Just so we've got no movement whatsoever. Right. So we're going to build this floor piece out first as well. Really annoying. Why is this? There we go. I am going to try and power through this a bit today because I wouldn't mind if I can get into bag 3. And what I'm doing here, if you've watched any of these before, apologies, because you'd have heard this 100 times. But what I'm doing here is I put a tile, in this case, down, take a shot, put a new one down, push it all the way down, and then put the next one down again, then push it down. So I'm only resting it on the studs, I'm not pushing it all the way down. And the reason for that is it just makes a really, really nice sort of effect in the final animation, which if I get time I might show you at the end of this. We'll see. What have we missed now? One of these just here. Is that right? Yeah, one of those. And then a brown version of that. Little cheese wedge. So someone's selling cheese probably in the actual square. Meanwhile, someone is using cheese wedges to add to the bottom of their walls, apparently. Is it a light? No, it's a brown. It's a brown we're looking for. A brown cheese wedge. Oh, God. Can I just use a piece of cheese from the last one? That's going to be stuck in the bag, isn't it? Nope, not. Is it brown? Ah, it's not a wedge, it's a semicircle, that's why. Semicircle, quarter circle. What's a quarter circle? There we go. And then that one. So I'll flick it back to the instructions, just so you can see them. I need to be able to see them now as well. There we go. Did I take a picture? Yes. Then we're going to do some tiles. Might as well get these tiles done out of the way. What's that? 6, a 6, and a 4. I like to start with some of these small bits as well, because when you watch the video back, if you sort of build up and then you're building around, it suddenly becomes a lot less easy to see what's happening in these smaller parts. There we go. Right, and now we're going to go back and build this doorway feature. No, we're not. We're going to build the entrance. So, what do we need? I love this cobbling. Cobbling is something I've tried to do a few times, but I've never quite got it right. I think I used too big of tiles, because they're only using the smallest little 1x1 tiles here. And a lot of them, I must say. And then some quarter tiles. There we go. Right. Plenty of tiles to go on with. Right. So a quarter tile there. I'm actually wondering if that's in focus. Sort of is. I don't want to change the focus too much though. Little focus change as we go into the next one. Wrong colour. It's weird because it's kind of on the edge of focus. And this will straighten it all out. That's really nice. I put a little cobble step in it. It's going to look really, hopefully it will look really, really nice. Right, there we go. And sort of similar process on this one actually. I assume it's going to be the opposite way around. Yep. I'm on debate whether to do loads of different angles to this, or do it like the castle where it sort of almost look like one whole build. Just want to make sure I'm not shadowing anything as I'm going. Make sure I'm not getting my hand in the shot. Always important. Luckily, because I've sort of set these lights up in a new way, I'm hoping that it's a lot easier for me not to make mistakes like that. There we go. Right. Not going to need corner. One of those, one of those, one of those. 2 cross bricks. 1 of those, and an arch. Oh, and the arch is going outwards. Cool. Right. So it sort of jumps a little bit there as the focus changes, but there's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. There we go. And next, now the door hinge. That's surprising. Is that for the door, or is that? Oh, did that wrong. Picked up the wrong brick. It's supposed to be a tube. Right, delete that one, take a new one. Push that down. There we go. Awesome. Right. Next. I think this is going to be pretty much the same. So one of those, one of those, one of those. Arch again. And only 1 cross brick this time. But then we need the doorway. And the bit that holds the door. One of those. Alright, I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing right now. And then we'll need an arch between the whole lot. In fact, we'll do the arch between the whole lot before doing the other side. And just to make it a bit more interesting, I'm going to actually just start to turn the whole thing around slightly. So what I'm going to do is free it up where I can. So I've just done a small movement just to sort of get it begun. I'm going to have to watch out my blue tack, because it's going to appear any minute. What I'm doing here is actually a technique called easing in, easing out. And what that means is I just speed up slightly. Let's get that blue tack off. I'm going to retake that photo. I'm going to retake the last 2 photos. So let's take a new one. There we go, no blue tack in my shots. I really need to turn off the preview, it's really annoying. last little turn, I'm just going to push that down. Just make sure it's fairly stable. And then take another picture and then do the same sort of thing we just did, but for the other side. Reading the instructions this time. There we go. A little bit there. So I'm actually going to do the arch piece now because it makes a little bit of sense. I'm actually going to do this one in 3 shots as opposed to my usual 2. So normally I take a picture of it partially the way down, then all the way down. This one I've just added that extra piece in just to change the pace of the video ever so slightly, for sort of emphasis on what was happening there. And then I'm just going to check where the door goes. Yep, I've got it right. Yeah. There we go. Done it wrong. Let's go back. There we go. I should really read the instructions properly, shouldn't I? I mean, it's because that one was facing outwards. It sort of, I didn't even think about it, I just put it there. Right. Again, might try. He says I'm going to click this in off camera because it's really hard. There we go. And then it's going to swing shut. Oops. Make sure it's all the way on. We'll add a nice door sound effect like as this closes. I'm just going to make it wobble backwards and forwards once, just as it closes. Then by the magic of stop motion, this will appear. Move down. It's amazing, like the most simple part, I'm actually making like one of the longest segments so far almost. Right, I'm going to have to take this door off because I can't get that window in for some reason. Might have come from the wrong side or something. Oh, it's tight. Tight window. Need to go bottom top. There we go. Unlike the castle windows, this one doesn't. All castle. It's all little mesh bits. This one doesn't open. Not enough lighting on that. Seems a bit dull. I love that actually on the video you can see the reflection of that piece. Right. It now needs a key. An almighty key. Oh. And once again, on a sprue. So, in goes the key. All the way. You know what? Wouldn't be a key unless it turned to lock the door. And again, I'll add a nice sound effect in here, just like the locking noise, just just to sort of add a bit of fun to the video. I love adding in these tiny animations. They don't necessarily add loads, but they make it more fun for me. Right, anything going there? Right, now we need to build a wall. So actually what we're going to do is flick back to where we were position wise, because the wall's going to be here. So obviously the GoPro is in a similar position to the camera, so I want to get it back to where it was. I only moved it because I felt like the door wasn't fully in shot. Just check no marks. And this will tie in quite nicely, because then we'll turn the whole set around in a bit. Right, and just for the last couple, I'm just going to move ever so slowly. So, in animation, you should ease, what's called ease in and ease out. I did mention it earlier, I don't think I actually got around to explaining it. And all that means is you do sort of very tiny movements, and then very big movements, and then very tiny movements. So you've got that acceleration and deceleration, and it's more natural. So if you move your arm isn't just one constant speed, it starts slow, it speeds up, and then it stops. It's weird. It's weird to explain, but it's easy to explain, but it's weird to demonstrate, I think. Just going to make sure that it's there so you can see what I'm building next. In fact, I need to go to the wall. I see where it's going, and we're going to do it. I'm going to take one more photo because I don't know if I took enough. So we need a 4. Followed by a 2. I'll pick out some that I think I know I'm going to need. 3 and a 3. 2 threes? No, 3 threes. And then this. Yep. So there we go. And hopefully this actually shows how long this stop motion takes, because we've only probably, oh, whoa, that wasn't good. We haven't put down that many bricks yet, but I feel like we've already been a good sort of 20 minutes building. Right, I'm just going to see. Oh god, no. There. So I don't know if you noticed that I knocked the set. That's okay, that's not so bad. I'll show you. It's oh, I'm not doing that. So if you see, why is this so bouncy today? Don't like it. Shouldn't be bouncy. It should be still. I didn't realise it was bouncing quite so much. You know what? I don't do this very often, but sometimes it just looks terrible and I can't stand it. So I'm going to just delete it all. It's got a lot of wobble in it. I think I must have not quite secured the set correctly. So we're going back. There we go. There we go. Right. So what I'm going to do is start that again. This time without the set moving, hopefully. Whoops, daisy. There we go. Push it down. Oops. Sometimes it's really hard to actually get these bricks to balance when you just want to sit them on top. We're just going to put that piece in. I was really confused then what was happening here. Oh, got some sort of dirt stuck to that. Brand new out of the bag, got dirt stuck to it. Sounds about right. There we go. Look at that, nice little archway. So I'm assuming there's going to be another door here at some point. And then we're going to put one piece here. And what I'm going to do is just skip ahead ever so slightly. Build up this bit, because I don't want to... There's this side to build, but I don't want to build up this side when there's still little bits going on over here. You know, I mean, I like to sort of finish one bit and then start the next in stop motion anyway. Obviously, if I was building normally, I wouldn't care. Just want to see the end result. Okay, yeah. So again, I was just looking forward just to see what else is going to happen. And obviously it looks like there's going to be a piece here, so actually we might turn the set again yet. Right, so now I'm going to return to this piece. And oops. Oh, just be 1 minute. There we go. Right. Where was up to? Got to rewind now. Find out what I was doing. So then, on these. I feel like I might need to change the focus here actually. It is in focus, but it's not as clear maybe as I'd like. And then this has got a little tube on top of it. And then we're going to put this huge arch in. Followed by a brick here to hold it all together. So that's quite cool because it's not a repeat on both sides, which is nice. I like it when stuff doesn't repeat. Right, so there's some stuff to do at the front. So what I'm going to do is spin it to the front, do all the front stuff, and then spin to the little garden section. Because there's a piece which is going to go across here, and it's got like the shield thing on it. I'm trying to think the house's logo, the shop. Someone help me out. The shop's sign, the signpost for the shop. That's it. How cool does that look, like the face on? Oops. Face on view of this cool little shop. And what I'm going to do is just have a little look at how that rotation looked. Right, how does that catch up? So you get a bit of a preview of the stop motion here. Obviously not at the speed that it's going to be. That's quite nice. It'll be quite quick. It's a little jump, but it's not too bad. Right. The view. Right. What are we building here? So this is going across there like that. I'm trying to take pictures using a web browser. That's never going to work. 1, 2, 3 of those. Well, that's only 2, but yeah. 1, 2 of those. Oh no, it's not 3 of those, it's 1 of those. A plain brown tile. Right, sticker time. I hate the stickers. Where are the stickers? I put them in the manual so that my children didn't find them and start putting them out. So this is sticker number 2. And this shows that it's, well, what view have you got? I should really... There you go. So sticker number 2, this one just here. Give you a nice close up of that. It's a little saw and a little hammer because it's going to be the blacksmith. Well, not the blacksmith, sorry, the carpenter who we built last time. So let's get that manual back up and back on there. And you can watch me be in pain for the next 5 minutes while I try and put a sticker on as centrally as possible while failing miserably, no doubt. I can probably really want to do it upside down. That's not possible because this obviously is a square. There was one sticker I did once where I did it onto a circle. It was in the Santa's visit. And of course, I didn't really realise that the circle was only going to attach in, well, 4 different ways to the Lego. But not the way that I'd done it, of course. That's alright. It's a tad low, but I can live with that. Come on, GoPro, focus on that at 0.0 range. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Sticker done, let's get building. So we need to put one of these. Oh, I just turned my keyboard off just to be sure that I didn't lean on it and take photos accidentally. Now here's a question, do I put the sign on first? Or just going to do this one in 3. Do I put the sign on first, or do I build whatever else is at this front? What else is on the front? Ah, I wish I'd seen that shield and bow before. So what I'm going to do the sign, but then I'm going to build these random things. What am I trying to think of here? Torches. You can tell it's the end of the week. Right, sign. Right, going to try something here, a tiny bit of animation just to make it a bit more interesting. So she is going to walk in. Now you can't see her leg movement, so it's very important that I move her arms. Right, and now we're going to start to see the legs, so it's going to suddenly become a bit more important that we do the leg movement. Sorry, I've gone quiet because this is now a I need to focus moment. Don't know why I wasn't using 2 pieces of blue tack in the first place. this is where having dragon frame would come in really handy. Because I could have planned the movement a bit more. Oh, I hope she moved too far over. We need to have the onion skin on, but it doesn't work for some reason with this lovely program. We got. Sorry, I've gone very quiet because I'm just really focusing on this animation part. Probably should have checked to see if she could reach this to begin with. Just get the hammer right to the edge of her. Okay. I'm just going to whack it up. I was about to say she's going to whack it sideways. I forgot that the hammer was right on the edge. There we go. Right, sorry, very quiet there, and it took a while, but is how it goes sometimes with trying to do these stop motion animations. You just have to bear with. But hopefully that will look cool in the actual video itself. Only time will tell. What I'll try and do at the end of this, if I can, is just quickly produce the video and give you a preview of this bag. Obviously there was a preview of bag 1 at the start, but then you'll be able to see the sort of whole process I go through normally to build these. I need a tiny flame piece. I have one somewhere. In fact, I've got one here. I've got one in this set. I've got a tiny candle. So, tiny flame, spin around. Might go back in the candle. And then we can become a big flame. There we go, and then we just need to build the other side to be exactly the same, which is a bit boring, but I should have built them both at the same time. It's hard sometimes to decide which pieces to sort of build at the same time, especially if it's a bit complex. There we go. What I'll do with this one is try and do it in slightly different way. There we go. Oh God. One thing is the black is always so... Black and white are the hardest colours to photo for this. Black is usually either washed out against any other black, reflective on itself, or just generally looks rubbish. There we go. Getting. Go on, go together. There. Oh, and let's do that cool little flame thing again. Probably not worth it. Sugar. Did not mean to do that. There we go. move this one around as well. It's hard to get flames to look natural because it's hard just to not turn them and make them look like sort of they're just rotating or spinning. Oh, for God's sake. Even harder when you keep breaking the torch that they're sitting in. Right. And she is going to turn around. Without catching her hair on fire. Some magic leeway. There we go. Then we're going to spin again. Woohoo! I should have gone that way. Right, so when we get to the sort of halfway point, right, is that bit really in focus? Okay, right, tiny movement. Then we want to put a bow and a shield. So the bow's going to go on first. I'm just going to do very tiny movements as these ones go into place. Did I move it? Tiny movement. And then the shield, what way around does the shield go? Where is the shield? Just there. That's what I'm actually going to do, because this apparently is going to be very hard. The shield's just going to slide down. I'm not even convinced it's clipped in very well. No. There we go. Okay, and then a couple more small movements and we can speed it all back up. And I'm trying to just get it to turn on this sort of central stud here, because so that I'm actually going to zoom, have it almost zooming out now a bit as it turns, because obviously I want the garden part to be in view. We're going to go just beyond centre. To here. Now I do try and keep the builds as central as possible as we go. The reason being then I can use them in shorts, TikTok, that sort of thing. To make sure that's nice and solid, take one more photo now that it's settled. Then we can build this back piece. So, nice arch. That's really cool, actually. Oh, what goes there? Let's reverse. Uno reverse. Apparently you missed this one off earlier. So right now this archway isn't focused, but I've got a feeling I might need to readjust this focus again shortly, because I don't think it's quite where I want it to be. Really strange, guys. The next piece, on the top of here, is some hooks, but they've obviously used modified 1x4s without the middle studs. I'm not entirely sure why at this moment. I'm sure it will become clear. I do love sort of Lego dwellings, if you would, but they're always so tiny. Now I think they're probably sort of on scale with minifigures is the idea. What one can you? Oh, you can see the instructions. That's good. That one. Right, and 3 and 3. So we'll get this side first this time. There we go. There we go. Should there be something else back there? I should. I'm going to put that in now, even though it's not necessarily the most obvious. We'll make it obvious. I would have done that earlier if I'd noticed it. But well, these things happen. Not that I can change. Unless I delete, take it all apart and do a lot more. Which I'm not going to do right now. This is where anything I build fails, because these tops, these sort of plates at the top actually do such a good job of holding it together, but I never have these really long plates that I can use. Right. So it's not... There's still some more to do, but what I'm going to do is finish off the roof piece first. And I'm going to do that actually as sort of a singular build on both sides, because otherwise it's going to get a bit boring, this build. The actual building this itself is very interesting, but I don't want people watching stop motion to get bored because it's doing the same thing over and over. Go. And then there we go. Oh, try and get them similar. So you know, though I've been doubling up, I've done a few of these as sort of 3 at a time. Right. Now we need to decorate the garden. So here goes a barrel, a black barrel. That's really cool. Look at that. I don't know if I've seen a black barrel before. with a black lid. Nothing inside the barrel. I mean, it's not a chest, but is that not a Lego faux pas? You should always put something inside a barrel or inside anything built, I thought. Right, flower time. Whoops. That reminds me, I never actually, there was a few flowers I missed off the castle build. I never went back and put them on. I've got them in the sort of spare parts bag ready to go, but yeah, I just never actually got around to putting them on there. Oops. Maybe I'll do that later. They don't quite look yellow, those flowers. They look more orangey. They're not. I'm pretty sure they're yellow. They're supposed to be yellow. I love this little... There's a toadstool and then there's another toadstool, which is about to come into shot. Oh, you know what, are these? They're not very well in focus. Let me go back. Just realised none of the flowers are in focus. Oh. It would probably help if I took the flowers off before I took the next photo. Right, so let's just do this again. Flower there, flower there, flower there, flower there. Pop, pop, pop. Oops. Pop. I love the little toadstools there, Steve. It's like the mushrooms and the toadstools. They just look so natural somehow. Sounds really weird, but I just think they look so good. Okay, and the tree. My question is the tree going to block the next part of it? No, that should be absolutely dandy. Pop. Right. Oh, I love a challenge. Oops. Just gonna check this is in focus. Yep, it's good. Pop. Right, where are we connecting to? The blue plate. Oh no, 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 no. We've got a brown coming in first. Just checking I'm doing this right before I continue on and make a right mess. Go. And a blue one. I love this. I love the extra colours they're adding in just to make it look a bit worn, a bit tatty. Not quite sure this next one whether it works, but it still looks good. No, I need a dark blue. So why is there a dark blue piece in the middle of the white light? That doesn't quite make sense to me, but the rest of it does. Right, I'm just going to push it all down a bit. It's just going to start to droop slightly. Because next comes this. Right, and I'm going to speed things up here, so I'm only going to take a photo after I've placed the next brick. So I'll push one down and I'll place the next brick. And this, a bit like earlier I said about slowing things down every now and then, just so that you get to see a bit more of what's happening. This is sort of speeding things up so that you don't get too bored when the video starts getting a bit repetitive, like with this canopy. Although it is very much worth marvelling at how they've made this look so cool. Right, I'm just going to place that down properly. And then the last one is going to go down properly. Then it's going to raise up slowly. In 3 moves. Put one of these on both sides. Push them all the way in. There we go. Then we're going to put the supports in. And I think that is bag 2 done nearly. I think that is bag 2 done. I'm just looking, I've got a fair few random pieces left. Oh no, so it's some extra tiles, some extra cobbling, an extra brown piece, an extra white piece. Yeah, that makes sense. It's always worrying if you have pieces left, like, have I missed something? I've had it a few times recently. I've actually had nothing left at the end of a bag, and I've been quite surprised. But I've seen a few people saying that, and I wonder if it's just Lego getting a bit better at like piece counting, if you would, as it goes into the bag. Like this is the oh, look at that, that's so awesome. There we go. Right. That's that done, we've done that bit. That is bag 2 absolutely completed and done. So bag 3 next. I'm just going to have a quick skip through. So this is the roof of the attic space, I'm guessing, of this one. Just looking, so it's got some cool window sashes. It's got a little bird in the roof. And it's got a cool little crane. Ah, this is this crane piece. Oh, oh, there's some writing. We haven't seen this. This crane. Use this crane in the carpenter's workshop to hoist things into the attic. So the castle had loads of these like little tidbit things, quotes, and they were really good. I haven't noticed any yet, and that's my first one. But yes, that's definitely. Oh, there's another bit. A ladder. Okay, yeah, they've started adding them in. I haven't seen any yet. I'm just checking. Can you see the? Yeah, you can see what I'm looking at. Where has it gone? Right. So that was a good build. That was quite fun, that little bit. Right. What I'm gonna do is add. No, not in that. I just need to. I'm just going to get another scene ready, so just so that you can see the next. I'm going to show you what I do, how I edit, basically. Multi-view. No. Oh, I can't remember how to do this. It's been a while since I've played with this software. Well, just go full screen, please. Maximize. I need to close my live view. Right. There we go. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this. Sorry, I was planning on doing this afterwards. And then add a window capture. And my window is absolutely huge, so I'm going to scale this down, resize, resize, resize. So that you all can see it. There we go. Nope, want it above that. There we go. Right. Just going to let this load. I'm going to show you how I edit, which is something I've never really done before on here. So apologies, I'm not going to be looking at the camera really, because I'm going to be looking over here. I'm running my keyboard. Medieval town. I'm just going to put my videos over here. Okay, so pictures that we took today, Digicam Control, Town Square. Let's have the details, and let's have today. Why is it not letting me go into this? What's happening, Da Vinci? Come on. There we go. Clips. So Oops. What I'm going to do is create a new bin. For some reason it's not letting me use the shortcut key. Back to, what I do is drag everything in. So we've taken 514 photos today apparently. And it will take a minute to load. So this is the slow part of the editing, actually getting the video, the 500 pictures in here. And there we go. So you can see them all there. I just select them all, which you can see. I didn't realise it's 500, that's quite surprising. Then create new timeline. And it's asking me, you can't see this, but it's asking me for timeline stuff, so I'm just going to call it Medieval Town Square Bag 2. And drop that into there. Oh, I should have named it correctly. And this puts in a 24 frames per second timeline. And what that means is, how does that mean? What that means is it's showing 24 pictures per second, but the pictures actually show 2 frames, so it's actually shown at 12 frames per second, but it gives me a bit of leeway to mess around and speed it up, slow it down. But now, oh no, it's not going to let me show you full screen, because why would it? What I can then do is drag this across. There we go. And then we can watch what we did today if it runs okay. And there we go, it's a bit wobbly at the start, but I think I secured it down a bit better later. Nice smooth turns. The door going on. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Who would ever think that with a super beefy graphics card to get this much lag? Oh, and there's that bit of animation. That's quite cool actually, I like that. And it's got to send out the flames. They don't really work how I want them to. Hopefully a sound effect will make you not notice that. I think that's pretty cool to be honest. I'll let that play through one more time so you can actually see it. Sorry it's a bit small. Oh, I can again miss that bit, but oh well. That's really cool. So it's, like you can see, it's actually very easy sometimes to edit these. I mean, normally there might be some After Effects I add in, so if I have to cut something out, like if I've used a bit of a, sorry, my brain's not working today. If I've just used something to prop it up, then there might be something I have to edit out. Do some masking, things like that. But Medieval Town Square, Bag 2, to test. I'm going to call these tests because I want these obviously are not going to be the final render of this. And then it just takes a minute or two to render. And while that's going, actually, what I'm going to do is show you the last one we did, if it will let me. I just need to resize it. There we go. So this is the one that we did last time. Just going to move that more central while the other one is still producing that video. But it's looking quite cool. All good. And now, if I copy, paste reference, right, hide that. Call this current that's not what I wanted to do with it. Sorry, I'm playing with technology here. I should be chatting away. I'm going to add a new media source and I'm going to call this current video. Transform. Apologies, I'm trying to get the video to fit. Here we go. So this is today's, now all produced, looking amazing, hopefully. Right, we got there in the end. Apologies, I was messing around that. But yeah, this is an absolutely awesome build. It looks really, really cool. I just wanted to show you how quickly and easy it is actually to put these videos together in DaVinci Resolve as well, which we've done. Next time I'll be more prepared for that. I didn't get a chance to set that up prior to the build. Like I said, bag 3 next, which looks very interesting. It looks like it's going to be the roof that goes on here. I'm probably going to build it separately and then we're going to put the roof on. So I'm going to take a blank shot just after we're finished here today. And yeah, it's, well, look at this. I tell you, I might as well move it because like I said, I'm going to take a blank shot. And then I'm just going to get the blue tack off the bottom. So it's all lovely and stuck to it. And get it off here as well, because if I leave it stuck, it ruins my pieces of paper. Not that you needed to know that. I hope you've enjoyed watching today. It's been a bit slow at times, but that's how stop motion is. But hopefully it's given some insight on how my videos are created and a very good preview of what's coming next. I've just mixed blue and white tack. Nice. But here we go. Nice. It's just the shell at the moment. But it's just the beginnings of the carpenter's workshop, which obviously is going to have that crane as well. It's going to look really, really cool. There you go. And that's just so you can get an idea of the size of the minifigure. Yeah, I love that they've got the wooden shield in there. Obviously the wooden bow. They've sort of thought about this. What would she be making, I guess? That little canopy piece. Really, really quite cool. And those flames and that sign. No, that's a great start to this set. Obviously, I'm assuming at some point we're supposed to put like this chair and these bits in here. I would guess. I don't know if these are going in here. My guess would be that one goes there. No, I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm sure in due time, once the roof goes on, I imagine those bits will go in. But we'll build that next. So, like I said, I am going to take a blank shot and then I'll be done for the day, and I'll put the 30 seconds of video on so that you can see what we produced today. What do I want to do? Take a blank shot. So, just going to get my handout shot. There we go. And so, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Though I am planning on scheduling some of these streams. Hopefully I'll be a bit more awake next time. But bag 3 I'll probably do over this weekend, and then we'll move on to bag 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it's 25 I think it is. And I'll slowly release these as well. So be prepared to enjoy the building of the medieval marketplace. Thank you very much for watching, and like I said, just going to give you this preview now, and we'll see you all again soon, I hope. Bye for now.